Hey guys, Josh here, and in this video I'll be showing you how to set up a basic Kenyan Sand Boa terrarium. We'll go through the setup step by step, and I'll provide the links to the products I used. First, let's talk about the size of the enclosure we'll need. Kenyan Sand Boas are small boas, with females reaching a little more than 2 feet in length, and males being smaller. For this setup, I'll be using a 10-gallon aquarium as I'm planning to house a male. Now, although this is a burrowing snake, it's important that a secure lid is used so that our little Houdini doesn't escape. So I'll be using a screen cover and screen locking clips. Now we have our house and security complete. The next step is temperature control. Kenyan Sand Boas are found in sandy savanna areas of Kenya and adjacent African countries, with the average temperature in Kenya being between 72 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. In our terrarium, it would be safe to have the hot side between 85 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit and the cool side between 75 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit to closely mimic their natural habitat. To achieve this heat gradient across the terrarium, we'll be using an under-the-tank heater to provide belly heat, since snakes absorb heat very easily through their bellies. I'm going to install it on the left side of the terrarium. This will be our hot side and will provide heat all day and night to make sure our minimum temperature never dips below 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Although Kenyan Sand Boas are not a basking species, it's not a bad idea to have an over-the-terrarium light source. Having a lamp above the terrarium on a timer will establish the natural day and night cycle that we're all subject to. For this, I'll be using the ZoomEd Combo Deep Dome Lamp Fixture and use an EXO ReptiGlow 2.0 13-watt bulb. Now, as you can see, this fixture has room for another bulb, and I plan to use it. For the other bulb, I'm going to use the ZoomEd Infrared 50-watt heat lamp. But one big difference is that this bulb will be connected to the ZoomEd ReptiTemp digital thermostat. I'm doing this to ensure that we are reaching our desired temperature, just in case the under-the-tank heater is not enough. To ensure that our thermostat is working properly and that we're reaching our desired temperature, I'll be installing a thermometer. A simple thermometer is inexpensive and it's an excellent safeguard. Now remember, these are general temperature guidelines for you to follow, and your own setup might vary a little bit, depending on the size of the terrarium you decide to use and other factors such as your room's temperature. So now that we have our heating and lighting checked off, let's talk about substrates. First, we need to understand Kenyan Sand Boa behavior. It burrows, and it's an ambush predator. With these two clues, and with a name like the Kenyan Sand Boa, one would think that sand is your best choice. Nope! Although sand can be used, it does come with notable risk, including impaction. Now, you can still use sand, but to reduce the risk of impaction, it's important that you feed your Kenyan Sand Boa in a separate container. But why risk it at all? Instead, choices like Zilla's Lizard Litter, ZoomEd ReptiChips, and even ZoomEd's EcoEarth are great substrate choices that encourage natural burrowing behavior and have a much lower risk of impaction. For my setup, I'll be using ZoomEd's ReptiChips. It's super absorbent and very easy to clean. So we have our house, our security, our temperature control and lighting, and our substrate. So what's next on our list? Our water source. Although we have many options to choose from, I'm choosing ZoomEd's small corner water dish. The corner design will allow me to use less space as the terrarium is small. It's important to ensure that your snake has fresh water available every day. Lastly, let's furnish our setup with hides and decorations. In this step, there is no right or wrong. You are your own artist, and your terrarium is your canvas. Have fun with it. Because my little guy will be burrowing and hidden most of the time, I'm going to keep my decorations to a minimum. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, hit the like button, share it with a friend, subscribe, and as always, keep on tanking. So to achieve the heat gradient in the terrarium,